This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, Color Theory. This is Peter Olson. We're going over week 2 discussion, taking a look at some logo icon sketches. And first up is Sandy, because she's present. Sandy, looks like you got Shanghai cookies. Um, so these are pretty good sketches. One thing that jumps out at me right away, it looks like this is a screenshot of your InDesign document. The good way to do this, you can export from InDesign as a JPEG, so keep that in mind, because you get a little better image that way. So we've got 10 sketches. This first one kind of looks like a cookie with the word Shanghai in it, right? Uh, this one looks like a sort of figure with a cookie shoulders, maybe, if I got that right. Um, And then this one, there's kind of a spiral inside of a cookie with the words. This is like a yin yang, but with a male female symbol, maybe. Are you able to turn on your mic, Sandy? No. This one looks a little squished, but I'm thinking it's a cookie with the word, the city, Shanghai cityscape behind it.
Hello.
Oh, there you are. Okay. So you got to
Hi.
tell me if I'm guessing right.
You're guessing just right.
This one looks like the sun rising and then cookie reflection.
A moon or it's like yin yang, but the
Ah,
opposite. Yeah.
this one looks like it's sort of the Mandarin, like the Chinese
Yes.
figure, and
Yes.
then with the words around it.
Yes.
This one is like it's a cone shape with the city of Shanghai on top of it.
It was supposed to be like, you know how Batman has that
Oh, the
light?
light. Yes, right.
Yes.
The spotlight.
I
And
didn't know how to do it.
this one is like the cityscape, but sort of reflected
Yes.
up and down.
Yes.
And this one's sort of a spiral with the
Kind of
words
like,
outside.
yeah, like yin yang, but spiral.
All right, so you've got some good ideas here. One thing I would steer you away from is just don't deal with the words yet at all. Don't try to
Okay.
incorporate them into the icon. It makes it more difficult to work with. The ones that interest me are the ones that use something Chinese or the city of Shanghai. Um, and I this one's kind of curious with the yin yang and the male female.
Yeah, it was just a funny thing.
Hmm.
Since the brief is supposed to be a fun fortune message.
Yes.
So, I don't know.
Well, I think this one is worth pursuing. The Mandarin shape is interesting as well. I would consider that. Just pull the words out from in it. Just create a cool icon and then set the logo type underneath it when you get it into Illustrator. Uh,
Okay.
the cityscape reflection is kind of interesting. If you ditch the words and just sort of do the reflection, perhaps.
Okay.
So this one, and this one. So 4, 7, and 9. Those would be your ones I'd want to see take to the next level. So you bring them into Illustrator, and then you would add the logo type. And in the assignment 5.0, it'll have a reference for how you should set that up.
Okay.
Is that helpful, Sandy?
Yes, it does.
All right, we're
Well,
gonna. Yes, you had a question?
on the yin yang, male female
Yes.
thing, does that need to be like a cookie or just leave it like that?
I would explore both options and see what works best.
Okay.
If you can do it with the cookie, that might be better, but
Okay.
see how it looks.
Okay.
All right, great. All right, I'm gonna plow through the discussion here. All right, so we've got Sean, and you got Sweet Tooth Gummies, which is kind of a fun little character-driven idea. I think you have a lot of options here. You've got the little bear, the tooth, with the bow. I'm not sure what this is. It's kind of a little scary. This one looks like a, who we got?
Hi,
Ashley.
Ashley.
Hey, Ashley.
Hi, how are you?
Ashley, I'm just going through Sean's right now, and then I'll jump into yours next.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not sure what this one is. The bunny is interesting. I kind of would like to see a combination of 6 and 7. The bunny, but sort of gummy looking. This looks like Yo Gabba Gabba here. I would say number 2, a combination of 6 and 7, and perhaps this one. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's kind of like a teapot. Maybe the panda. It's the panda face, or this is like a koala face. So tooth, bunny, koala. Try those 3 and see how they work out. All right. So Ashley, there you are, right there. Windsor tea, traditional tea, and you've got some nice options. Logos are nice and clear. Sandy, you're flipping pages or something?
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I need to mute.
That's all right. So this looks like Cinderella's carriage, but it's also a teapot. I really like that idea. I think you probably do too. That's probably why it's number 1, right, Ashley?
Yeah.
Yeah. The flag is less interesting. The flags are kind of like their own logo. So this partial W with the T drop sort of, that is really cool. I think that might work. I don't know if you need to imply something more on the side, but I got it right away. So perhaps. The bunny is an interesting image, but it's just sort of a bunny. So it's like, well, what makes it Windsor's bunny? Does the bunny have a crown? Perhaps something like that. Does that make sense?
Right, yeah.
This number 6 is really interesting, but it's a little too contemporary for this brand. It seems like super sort of mod contemporary.
Yeah, you got that.
I'm jumping around, but number 4 is interesting too because it's a W and it's the parapets of the castle as well.
Right.
You got like 4 good ideas here. So 1, 2, 4, and 5. So among those, you need to only go with 3 so you can decide, or you can pursue all of them if you want.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
But that's good thinking. You did good work.
Thank you.
All right. So we did, we did that. We did Sandy, and next up is Jacqueline. Jacqueline, you got wacky noodles. So these are kind of fun noodles. You did a kind of crazy, wacky face, getting the noodles put on their tongue, smiling at the bowl, being dumped in the head. There's a few good ideas here. Now, I would like to see you explore maybe some other options. So I think this one, what's a little problem with this one is kind of the disembodied chopsticks. Perhaps this seems to work better, number 3. I like number 3 with it going into the head. This one looks like it's throwing up, so maybe not. The tongue is good. Maybe this is it, the number 10. It's number 3 and number 10, and perhaps number 8. I think those are your 3 best options. Those are really good. I'd love to see what you could do with those. This is a kind of tough product. Once you get it to the name is Wacky Noodles, you're gonna have to have Wacky Noodles in there somewhere. So I get that. All right. Uh, and Ashley has given her 2 cents. All right. You like number 7. Yeah, number 7 is simple and clean. It has some lot of merit, but it feels like for this product, it's maybe like a little too sedate. That's
Yeah,
good.
I think number 7 to me was more mature.
Yes. Yeah. It's more like Windsor tea.
Windsor tea noodles.
Yes. All right, Joshua, you got Osiris coffee, the Egyptian coffee that brings you back from the dead. All right, you got the pyramid, you got the Ankh, you've got the royal scabbard, whatever this is called. I think you sort of beat the pyramid to death, so you've got the pyramid nailed. But the Ankh is a symbol unto itself. It's like taking a logo and using it as a logo. So if you could make it your thing. Now this product is sort of for people who party too much and stay up all night and need to get up and go. So how would you incorporate that kind of lifestyle feeling into something Egyptian? That's what I would ask you. So perhaps the pyramid with the Ankh maybe is one. I don't like the Ankh by itself, and there aren't a lot of other options. So keep going on this a little bit longer. See if you can come up with a couple of other ideas, maybe that work more around being rising from the dead. What does Osiris look like? The person, the god, whatever. There's probably more imagery you can draw on to give you some inspiration. I think that's it for section 2. All right. This is section 1. Sean, you got maritime soap. You got some good options. The anchor with the M is a neat idea, and it kind of has a feeling like this brand to me. I think perhaps number 1 is the better option. These are really the same idea. This sort of hipster logo thing, I don't think that really works. This is a little more powerful. The trident, the sort of manly face with the trident, I like that. Maybe the configuration changes a little bit, but I would play with that. That's definitely an idea. So you've got 1 and 10 for sure. And then, I love this. The Kraken holding up the trident. Do that. 1, 8, and 10. Those are the 3 I want you to go to the next level with. Let's see. What do we got? Aaron, you are doing Café de Provence. So this is French coffee from the French countryside. It's a little hard to see. Once again, you are doing screenshots from your InDesign. Don't do that. You can export any page as a JPEG and submit that, so we don't see all the guides and everything. Also, your images are a little low contrast and kind of hard to see, but I can't really tell what's going on in this one. This is a cup with some branches with the word, a cup with branches and the word, branches, flower. I don't think you've really got what this brand is about. It's about gourmet dining and French countryside. There's a lot to draw on from the French countryside, the kind of look and feel of that. If you think about where might you have this coffee? Where would you be? What would the environment be? Maybe that'll give you some more ideas. The yew tree, you see them all over France. All right, so the yew tree, okay, maybe there's one idea with the yew, but explore a little more sort of lifestyle angle on this, I think, and try to avoid cups. Iris is interesting. Perhaps the iris, what could that be? Could it be a combination of a face and an iris? You know, it's the the personality of the brand. I think you need to push a little further on this one. I hope that's helpful. If you have additional ideas, you want to run them by me. I'm actually going to do a live session tomorrow. I haven't decided exactly when. It might be in the morning, but probably more people will be attending if I do in the afternoon. So if you have any thoughts on that, send me an email. Let me know when you'd like to do a live session tomorrow. All right. Marquest, you did shaman tea, which is sort of a spiritual tea. These are good concepts that follow the brand pretty well. So the sort of meditating tea leaves, that's what I'm seeing there. It's kind of interesting. The hand with the spiral, that's kind of interesting. This is just the yin yang. You got to do something different with that. The lotus flower, it's an interesting idea, but you got to make it your own. How does it become your own brand? I do like this sketch, though, of the meditation figure, sort of like a continuous line thing. I think maybe this one's a good one. It's redundant with number 2. Let's see. Spirals. I think you're on a good path. Maybe you'll come up with a third one that's a little different, you know? It's like the hands, these are just sort of visual exploration. Hands, lotus, leaves. How do you twist them and give them something unique that's special about them? The meditation person has this unique kind of continuous line thing. The spiral in the hand, I know I've seen that before, but it still kind of looks interesting to me. So 1, 9, and perhaps something developing from some of these other ones. So good luck with that. Charlotte, you did Tortuga jelly beans. These are jelly beans that have a sort of pirate theme. They have adult flavors, so they're sort of like alcoholic. Let's see, we got pouring it out of the bottle, pouring jelly beans out of the bottle. An X marks the spot. Adults only jelly bean. The pirate ship with the jelly bean base. The cross cutlass. A jelly bean pirate. A tortuga means turtle, so yeah, you get the turtle carrying a jelly bean. Turtle pirate. Here's the face of the turtle pirate, the treasure chest with jelly beans, and a cannon shooting jelly beans. All right, so this is fun exploration. You did some good ideas. I think out of these, the best ones would be number 3, the pirate ship made out of a jelly bean. The character, you got 3 that along those lines. Number 8 is probably the best one, the turtle pirate. And then maybe the treasure chest. It's a little cliched, but if you can sort of give that a twist a bit more, because it's filled with jelly beans. So 3, 8, and 9. Those would be the ones I'd go after. Noah, let's see. You got Boise beef jerky. This is from Boise, Idaho. I see a lot of sort of word marks and initials. I want you to come up with an image. So this is sort of like a picture of beef jerky with a circle with the type around it. The initials, and I'm not sure what this image is going on. Let's see. Look like a smiley face. All right, if you think of this product, it's really kind of like for tough cowboy wannabes. So think about that. The sheriff's star with a B, the chuck wagon. This one is sort of the 2 B's and a J together. This one looks like the mountains with, let's see, that's number 6. Cascade Mountains with the beefy cow. Number 7, stamps. One idea of using stamps that look like tasty steak. I'm not sure that's going to work. Number 8, a slab of beef. The initials and cutting off strips All right, so no more word marks, no initials. Chuck wagon works. The sheriff star perhaps works. And the Cascade Mountains with the beef, you could do that, but the cow silhouette would be much larger, so you can sort of see it. So, I mean, there's 3 good ones, 3, 4, 6. Perhaps you can come up with some additional ones. The poor drawings are not a problem as long as your idea gets conveyed. I don't know that using a real steak is good for beef jerky, because it kind of makes me think, why am I having beef jerky? I could have a steak instead. But think about the persona that was consuming this product and what they're like, and how they sort of like cowboy wannabe, tough guy. That's where the star maybe works. And maybe you come up with some other kind of fun ideas, but no more type, and save the type for the next step. All right. Xavier, you did Tupi Mate tea. So you drew upon the native South American culture and have some feathers and headdress. The Amazonian thing, I think I wouldn't use the initials. Out of these, the ones that kind of jump out are number 3 and maybe number 7. I can't quite tell what that is in number 7, what's going on there, but it looks interesting. I don't like the T here, but I like this feather configuration. So you've got it in several places. Maybe if there's something other than just a letter T, if there's something else down here, I don't know what that would be. What are the animals that live there? Is there an animal character that you could use as well as another idea? Think about that. So anyway, I think that's everybody. Like I said, tomorrow I will send out an announcement later today about when exactly I'm going to do the critique tomorrow. And please join me if you can. Thanks to Ashley and Sandy for being here. And I'll let you all get back to work.